Number 2. Justice League. Now, Justice League is an amazing show. It's wow, it has all your favorite superheroes. The first 2 seasons of it, were with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, John Stewart, Green Lantern, The Flash, and Martian Manhunter. The original League, when it first started out, instead they didn't have Hawkgirl, they had Aquaman. But I assume they just added Hawkgirl in there just because they wanted another girl, and so they put Hawkgirl. But it all worked out fine. They just didn't treat it like, oh, let's throw another girl in there. They treated it like she was actually a strong character, and she is, and they got all the characters down right. Then, of course, Justice League moved from, after its first 2 seasons, moved from Justice League 2. Once it went to Justice League Unlimited, it went even bigger than before. I put them as the same show. I know they're 2 different shows, there's Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, but I just feel like Justice League Unlimited is just the Justice League, but with much more characters. So I just count it as the same show. When it went to Justice League Unlimited, and they put in every superhero in the DC universe, from Green Arrow to Wildebeest. You don't know who he is? Then you're normal. It had everyone in there, and it's a great show. It's like, my favorite episodes would have to be, there was the one with Dr. Destiny. That one was an amazing one. That one, the one with the Joker, when they're in Vegas. No, not Las Vegas. Those 2, and then that Once in the Time in the Future thing. Because in that episode, they go back in time to the cowboy era, and you see characters like Jonah Hex, who, if you don't know, is a DC comic book cowboy. The only cowboy that didn't go extinct when Cowboy Comics went extinct. He's the only cowboy that's still around. But anyway, and then they go to the future, to the Batman Beyond era. And anyway, it's just a great episode. Those 3 are, even though they're all 2-parters, those 3 are my favorite. Justice League is an amazing show. It's just great. Tons of fun. You have darkness in it with Batman's side. You have the good courage and honor thing with Superman. You have the Tom Girl with Hawk Girl. You have the mystic person with Wonder Woman. You have the outsider with John Jones. I'm not sure if I already said, but you have the humor with Flash. And you have the military aspect with John Stewart, the Green Lantern. You have so many different characters from so many different backgrounds, and you put them together, and it just makes for an incredible show. Definitely. If you don't check this out, then you're normal, but still, check this out. It's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. Woo! Definitely. So yes, Justice League is number 2. And if you've guys seen my videos before, you know what's number 1. But just for dramatic emphasis, let's continue with the whole me showing the number 1 with the music going on in the background thingy. Alright, let's do that. Number 1's coming. Number 1. No surprise there. Batman the Animated Series is the number 1 superhero cartoon show. Why? I'll tell you why. Because the stories were dark, the stories were complex, the voice acting was phenomenal. And if it wasn't for this show, if it wasn't for Batman the Animated Series, we wouldn't have Superman the Animated Series, we wouldn't have Justice League, we wouldn't have Batman Beyond, we wouldn't have those shows. So if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't have them. And since we wouldn't have them, my list would be a lot shorter. Batman the Animated Series, the series that started it all. It changed everything. Everything. The first show to include guns. Before that, you had to have lasers. Guns. People got shot in this show. People... Did somebody die? Anybody die? Somebody kind of died, but... people have... It's just an amazing show. Blah! Just... if you don't watch it, you are seriously an idiot. You are labeled idiot. Loser. Yeah, you might say I'm a loser. I'm doing the top 10 superhero cartoons. Batman the Animated Series. It's just... it wasn't even meant for kids. I loved it as a kid. This show I had to watch. Not because I was forced to, but I would die if I didn't see it. There is nothing wrong. This show not only changed TV, but it changed the comics by adding characters like Bernice Montoya, Harvey Bullock, and Harley Quinn. It added those 3 characters, and they're now in the comics. I'm pretty sure it added Harvey Bullock. Maybe not, but I'm pretty sure. I know it added the other 2. It's just the greatest cartoon, period. Guys, big TV executives, if you are listening, give this show back to Bruce Timm. Put it back on TV. Have them continue to make them. Same animation style. Kids don't care about imagination as long as the stories are bearable. And that's what they are these days in cartoons. So give them something amazing. Give them something that I grew up as a kid with. Batman the Animated Series. Greatest TV cartoon ever. It's nothing more I can say. By the way, did you know Luke Skywalker does the voice of the Joker in the show? Yeah, everyone knows that now. But it's still kind of shocking.